Let's start with a foot warm-up. Press your foot against the roller and roll it from the toes to the heel 5 times, paying close attention to your breathing. The thoracoabdominal diaphragm is the main pump of our body, along with the muscles, and only their coordinated work will help you get rid of flabbiness and swelling in no time. Roll the foot 5 times, and now do the same with the other foot. The foot is firmly pressed against the roller. Feel the tension in every muscle of the foot and actively inhale and exhale. Now let's move on to the shin. We'll be rolling the front and back. Place your palms on the plank and push the mat apart. Keep your back as straight as possible. Point your toes backward, and with the help of your hands, pull yourself forward and push yourself back while rolling over the roller. The movement range is from the knee to the ankle. Make sure your back doesn't bend and keep your breathing active, with a deep inhale expanding your ribs and a strong, long exhale to narrow the ribs. Do this exercise 5 times. Repeat the same for the front of the thigh. The technique is almost the same, but this time we go into a half plank. Push your palms strongly against the mat and use your hands to push yourself back without adding any movement to the back. Do this exercise 5 times. When you go down, exhale, and when you come up, inhale. The movement range is from the knee to the pelvis, but don't roll onto the knee itself. The same applies to the pelvis. Don't roll directly onto the pelvis or the pubic area. After rolling the front of the shin and thigh, move on to the back. Sit on your sit bones. Place your legs on the roller just above the ankle. Now focus on the position of your arms and chest. It's important to capture the feeling as if a beam of light is bursting from your chest. Open up your chest muscles. You can bring your shoulder blades together. Press your palms into the floor and use the pressure to pull and push your torso. Keep your back straight, with your feet flexed and pointing toward the ceiling. Remember to breathe. Do the exercise 5 times, then move the roller under the thigh, just above the area behind the knees. The torso position is almost identical. Keep an eye on your chest, hands, and feet. Take a long, deep exhale as the roller moves down and a deep inhale as the roller comes back up. Do this exercise 5 times. For the thighs, besides the front and back surfaces, we'll also roll the sides. Roll the inner surface from the knee to the middle of the thigh. To do this, lie on your stomach on the mat. Keep your arms bent at the elbows. Bring your knee to the side and place it on the roller. Point your heel toward the ceiling and move your pelvis from the knee to the middle of the thigh and back, but no deeper. Be sure not to hold your breath or strain, and always take a full, deep inhale followed by a long exhale. Do this 5 times. Repeat the same for the other side. Lie on the mat, bring your arms into a half plank. Bring your knee to the side, place the roller under the knee, and point your heel toward the ceiling. With gentle rolling movements, move to the middle of the thigh, no further, and return. Repeat the movement 5 times. Combine with a deep inhale and full exhale. Now, let's move on to the outer surface of the thigh. The range of movement will be greater here, from the knee to the hip joint. Sit on the roller with one side of your pelvis. Direct the other side of the pelvis toward the ceiling. Stretch out your lower leg and bend the supporting leg at the knee. You can place your hands in different positions. Rest them on your pelvis, thigh, or on the mat beside the other hand. Find your comfort zone here. The most important thing is to roll the surface. When the roller moves toward the hip joint, inhale, and when the roller moves toward the knee, exhale. Repeat 5 times. Now do the same for the other side. Sit with the other side of the pelvis on the roller. Stretch out your lower leg, bend the supporting leg at the knee, and rest your hand either on the supporting leg or place it next to the other hand. While rolling, pay attention to the pelvis position, ensuring one side is always pointing toward the ceiling. After the feet, we move on to the pelvis. Sit on the roller with your sit bones and slowly lower one side of the pelvis onto the roller. Just like that. Find the necessary range of movement, and now we can start the exercise. Roll from the hip joint to where the pelvic bone ends at the top. If you're not entirely sure where your pelvic bone ends, feel for it first before performing the exercise. One leg is your support, and the other only helps slightly to keep the load on the glute muscle, allowing it to fully massage itself. Do this 5 times. Do the same with the other side of the pelvis. It's important not to roll onto the thigh. As soon as you feel the hip joint, and you will feel it, immediately return. It's also important to watch your position and keep your abdominal muscles engaged. Stretch yourself in space from the pelvis to the crown of your head. Always combine this with breathing. If you do everything correctly and repeat this workout every morning, you will feel the first results in a week.